And so, guys, I decided to switch things up. Look, well, I'm just not that guy who's going to come around and tell you, like, you have to invest $10,000 a month, you have to invest $100,000 a month, this is what you have to do to become this or become that, or you can get up all your money back in just 2 weeks. No, I'm just not that guy. But I found out that I could actually share some other things that could actually benefit you. Some things from my personal experience that I tell you is going to change your life. And that's why today, starting with up with this new style of episode, I want to share with you how I joined the one top 1% man, how I became the top 1% man, and it's going to help you to achieve all your immediate goals and all your long-term goals. So let's dive right into it. Who is the top 1% man? The top 1% man is the man that when he walks into the room, you can feel the energy. Everybody's standing there. I say, wow, this guy walked in. That's in the mind of the ladies. They're like, wow, this guy just walked in into the room. And then everybody feels his presence. That's the top 1% man. He has charm, he has charisma, and he has confidence. I said charm, charisma, confidence. You have to join the top 1% man. It's the one greatest thing that you can do for yourself. It's the greatest gift you can give yourself. And wherever you are, at what level you are right now, that's the most important thing you have to do. I know it's the top 1% man. In olden days, we used to have like the Godfather movie, the Godfather trilogy. And then we had things like James Bond. But in our modern day, we can see some good figures that are rising right now. You can see the likes of Iman Gaji, it's a top 1% man. You can see the likes of David Ben, Joe Ben David, those kind of guys that make podcasts online, okay? Great guy. Tristan Tate, great guy. And we take, apart from the controversy that is always online and then it's an influencer or other things, but he's a top 1% man. I know people accuse him of many, many things, but he's a top 1% man. When we have people like this that young boys could look up to, okay, people like myself, because I'm proud to say that I'm a top 1% man because I joined the tribe, you can actually be vouching for a better society. The society, men are the backbone of the society, and if the men are not strong, I'm telling you, the society is weak. I read a story one time. It said that tough times create strong men, or straight what? Good times create strong men, or something like that. Something about that line. He said that tough times make men hard, or hard times make men tough, or soft times. I don't even know about that, but what I'm trying to tell you today is that look, you have to join the top 1% man. And how did I do it? The first way to start is by improving your confidence. And look, confidence is not something that we are born with naturally. It's something that you develop. It's a skill that you can develop, a muscle that you must stretch to make use of. So how do you start to develop your confidence? You start by even looking at the mirror and speaking to the mirror. Something as simple as that. But for me personally, from my experience, from a very young age, my father he taught me many things, and one of the things he taught me was he taught me how to speak to people. He was a teacher, so he always took me around. He went to school to teach the people and then the young students and everything. So I learned from him personally. And then as I got to school, I used that skill to develop, and I was also addressing my classmates, teaching them things privately. And that's how I developed the confidence to start through public speaking. It was a very, very great skill. I thank my father for that. It's a very marvelous gift. And that's been serving me so well up until this point. You see, you might not have anything, you might not have any money, no connections, nothing, but just confidence. And confidence speaks louder than anything. People can sense if you're a person of high confidence, someone that believes in himself, you have high self esteem, by the way you walk into the room. And to feel confident, you must fake it to make it. It's not something that we are born with. You can actually start learning it, and that's very, very great too. And the second thing that the masculine man has is charm. What is charm? It could be a very, very dilute or subtle smile. It could be the way you carry your hands. It could be the way you speak to people. It could be the way you look people in the eye. It could be just the way that you just smile, something like that. It could just be your aura, okay? People just have a sense of calm around you. That is charm. People should say, oh, my Prince Charming, or my white in knight armor. That's just a figure. That's what people are looking up for, people who can embody this trait. People are actually, let's say women. When I say people, I'm like saying everybody. No, just women are looking up for people, for guys, young men who embody this trait. And it's something that it signals authority, it signals leadership. And if you can join me like that, I'm telling you, my friends, you're not very, very far from the top. Charm is that one thing that if you have it, I'm telling you, the three C's: charisma, confidence, and charm. Charm is that one thing that if you have it, I'm telling you, you are not very, very far from getting all the abundance that you need in life. And the final one is charisma. What is charisma? Charisma, I can just say charisma is just the way you carry yourself. It's just the way you carry yourself. The way you appear is how people will treat. You see, life is a game of appearances. Power is a game of appearances. Everything is just by the way they appear. And if people judge you the way you are. Why don't you take your appearance seriously? If you dress shabbily, people will think you are a shabby person. If you dress well, people will say, well, he dresses well. If you speak well, people will say you speak well. So take the time to invest in your personality. That's the most important thing, your personality. You must have a good attitude. You must have a good attitude to life, a good attitude to people, a good attitude to yourself. Because if you do not have a good attitude to yourself, towards yourself, you might not get all the good things in life. And then you must invest in yourself. Invest in the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you dress, the things you talk about, the people you talk to. They usually say that your network is your network. But I'm telling you, to join the top 1% man, you must work on all these things. Dress smart, speak well, smell nice, have good habits, treat people nicely, and people notice these things. The way you carry yourself on every day, people notice these things. And the day you stop, people will also notice that you stop. I want you to take this off like a mantle, take it like a mantra, and then make sure that you develop this habit every day. My friends, it's a personal advice from me to you. You know, I'm always watching you from afar and rooting for you. But in all that happens, look up to good mentors. Like me, I personally, I like Tristan Tech very much. He's someone I like his style, I like his confidence, I like the way he gets along with people very easily. And most of all, I like that he's a businessman. Then we have Iman Gaji. Iman Gaji, these are people for our younger generations to look up to. Don't look up to these rap stars or whatever, who are just going around in tattoos or badly dressed or things like that. You must look up to someone who is dressed properly, someone who is embodying the traits and characters that you would like to embody in your future, in your personality, and everything. These are very, very powerful things, my friends. And I hope that this strikes a bell in your ears and that you take roots for yourself and then understand that life is a game of appearances and the way you carry yourself is the way you'll be treated. My friends, peace out.